Hey everyone, it's Predpool again. Welcome back. Doing another review. This time I'm doing from Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. And this character is Lexion. Basically, he's a cat warrior from that line. He's based on a lynx as far as one of the predatory animals. So I just recently got this character. And if you're familiar with this line, if you purchased already a couple of figures or you've been looking into it, you might be already familiar as far as articulation and so forth from other YouTube reviewers. So I'm just going to touch on it. I'm not going to go too deep into it, but it is a very impressive articulation for this scale compared to what other lines are offering. So as far as in this particular character, you notice he has armor. This armor is actually attached to his shoulder. It is removable, but then you're gonna have like a pin sticking out of his shoulder. So unless you have a different armor that you want to put on, I recommend not taking it out unless you're gonna do a switch or cover it up with something. As far as this arm, you can get it about this high, and then the armor starts slowly pushing it a little bit down. On the other arm, you can extend it a little bit higher because this armor piece is part of the strap, not part of the shoulder. So you can raise it higher than the other one. Something interesting, since this is a different piece, you notice under here, his chest armor, there's no strap there. So if you take this off, it just shows this strap. And then underneath it, on this side, there's no strap. So best to have some kind of covering here to keep it, as far as the appearances. I kind of skipped the head. As far as the head, he can get a really nice range. You do have a slight gap there, but you can see he can look really high up, looking down. Also, in this particular head sculpt, he does have like a goatee beard here, so it does impede a little bit with his chest. On other head sculpts that does not have this plastic, they can go a little bit further down, but it is a really nice range. So he has a ball joint up here, and then his neck also articulates, so you can get some nice attitude going on with his head. He does have a hinge here, really far back. Crouch just with that one joint, he can go quite a bit. And then he has a waist ball joint in which he can go side to side with, and adds more to that crunch. So I'm going to go quite nicely with that. As far as legs, he has ball jointed on his thighs. He has upper swivels here on his thigh joints, so he can rotate those. Double jointed knees. A little bit, it's impeded by his muscles, so he can't really touch himself there, but this is more than satisfactory. This is more than enough for him to get in poses. And then his ankles. So he does a rocker. Okay, so you can get some nice positions with his legs there. Something that I like about this particular character is his paint. The color chosen to make this character. At first when I saw him, I said, oh, I don't really care for the orange in this shoulder and on his knee. And I said, well, I'm going to buy him and then I'm going to paint them, get colors that match better with the rest of the armor. But in hand, I'm like, you know what? I really like this. I think I'm just going to leave it as is. This actually looks good. I thought it was going to be brighter. And here on the camera, it probably does look kind of bright, but in person, this is a little bit dull. And then you have this strip here that is metallic. So if you look at that, there is a difference. There's certain spots here that has a metallic shine to it. So that's the only part that shines, but then the other parts are kind of like a bit dull in person. And there is a contrast. This is the same type of gauntlet that's on this one, but this is not metallic. This is more of a dull, just like on his shoulder. Another thing that I like about this figure, actually two things. For the first two waves, most of the characters, they either bare chested or they have like a sculpted already upper chest part. So it's not removable or anything like that. It's just one piece. In his case, he has an attached, I don't know if it's glued or if it's just somehow you can remove. I'm not going to try to remove it. I like it as it is, but it's a separate piece on top of the body. So it kind of gives it more realistic, I want to say, as far as, is opposed to the other figures that is just a sculpted all armor. This is the first time within the first two waves that they're using something like this. I'm thinking for wave 3 or 4, they're gonna have one of the bad guys, one of the infantry guys, is gonna use the same thing, but he's the first one to use it. He initiated basically. Also with the head sculpt, this is the first time they're using the links. Now they do have the basic trooper, which is called Ash, which also has come out. It doesn't have as much paint as this one. So actually, I had bought that character also. So we can do a real quick comparison of those two. This would be Ash's head, and this is his head. They both maintain the eyes as far as with the yellow paint, but you can tell with Lexion, they painted the ears, they got the spots around the nose, they got the black lines. So they, put more into this, which is why this is a army build of $22 or so, and this guy is about in the 30s, because of the paint and armor that does not come with Ash. So you can put this head on here, and it'll be okay. But of course, this is more in uniform as far as with the spots. So definitely a great figure. This guy, I got a couple of other characters from this line. I got 2 army builders and one other. I got the Shinari troop or soldier, which I'll show in later in the comparisons. But this guy, I just like the paintwork so much, because it's such a more neutral, or more realistic, I want to say, as far as the paint. The other characters, they're very bright. They have really bright blues, really bright golds, reds. They really shine. Well, this guy, he is more earth tone. He has on his armor, the chainmail is painted like a gold color, and you can see there the detail, and it just gives that more sense of realism to him. Even though these are fictitious characters, they kind of have a little bit of a comic look to them, but the paintwork done and the colors chosen for the plastic and so forth, it just kind of, I just prefer this style. Let's put it that way. I do like some of the other characters, but the color scheme for some of them is not not for me. But this guy, oh man, awesome. As far as accessories, well, he has for a decent amount of accessories. As far as hands, he has these 2 like claw hands, or reaching out, stretching hands, I guess you want to say. So either hold as far as larger objects, you can do that, or just wants to do like he's trying to claw someone. And then he has the 2 fisted hands, which are also nice. I don't know if they should be or should not, but I don't know about the nails or the claws. I kind of feel they needed some kind of paint to kind of stand out a little bit. They're fine. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they shouldn't, but I just feel like it would have just given a little bit more, maybe like a light white color to them. Maybe, I don't know, just to kind of have them stand out. But it's fine. As far as weapons, he has a rifle. It's a really nice rifle. Nice metallic look. He's got a nice wrap on it. So definitely a nice accessory that he comes with. And if you want to go a little bit more primitive, as far as not have the rifle, he also comes with a crossbow. So this is a really nice also accessory he has. So it's got sculpt on there. The silver looks like already, he has his arrow already in there. So it's very nice, and it fits well. And if he wants to get a little hand-to-hand combat, he has this large, it's like between, I want to say, a machete and a dagger type deal. So it's very, again, very maybe a little paint on the handle itself, maybe here. Maybe the spikes here painted silver also would have added just a little bit more oomph to it. Maybe the tip here silver, but it's decent enough, you know. Most of it was, I guess, the funds were going towards the actual action figure. So definitely, definitely a great figure that I'm glad to have purchased. And well, I'm gonna do now some comparisons with him. So just bear me 1 second. All right, so I'm gonna start off here with two NECA Predators. They're kind of more savage looking, or kind of match as far as the theme with them. So here we have these two Predators. This is from the video game. This is from the Lost Tribe. So here also for the height comparison. So it's a decent size because Predators tend to be larger than their prey. But who will really be the Predator in this scenario? Stay tuned. Nah, whatever. So anyways, so we got the Predators. Now I want to compare him to some other animal-based characters. So here we have Fury Veteran William. I haven't done a video on this guy, but he, for me, is the #1 figure for this year. Reason why, as enthusiastic and as much I enjoy this figure and did not do a review on him, he comes with so much stuff that I do not feel I would give him justice in a short period of time to review everything he comes with, what he can do. If you check out other videos from other people, please do, that go more details for what Veteran William does. I know I'm switching this review to him now, but check him out. This guy is just an awesome figure to have. And for memory toys, we got this War Bear. Huge dude. So again, it fits into the theme as far as, you know, those animal warriors type thing. He falls more in line with him as far as the time period. Veteran William is more modern, but again, if you had changed his legs and put him more primal, then you can probably fit him in more as far as this type of timeline. All right, so that's those two guys. Now I want to compare them to kind of some shorter characters from other lines. Here we have from X-Ray Studios, we have this trainee gladiator. So it's about close to the same size. As far as Animal Wars of Kingdom, he's a bit taller. I don't know if it's just because of the ears, but he is a bit taller. And then we have from Mythic Legions, Vitus, however you want to say his name. I tend to call him Vitus, but if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And again, he's a bit taller than Mythic Legions, but being an animal-based character, he would fit just fine as far as being taller than a human and do battle with them. All right, so then the last comparison is within the line itself that I'm going to show. So here we have the Shinari warrior or soldier, I forget. And here's what I was talking about earlier. He had this armor sculpted on. It's not removable. It's part of the figure. It's a very bright, shiny metal. It really stands out. I love the figure. It's a nice figure, but I do prefer Lexion. Lexion is the type that I don't know, his color scheme. He just, you know, I can mix him, for me, I can mix him a little better with other lines for my taste. I'm sure someone may disagree and so forth, and however your views are, just enjoy your figures however you want to enjoy them. For me, I like his style more. As I mentioned, I did buy one of the Troop Builders, the one called Ash, and I also bought the Pharaoh Head Pack. And on Kato's YouTube reviews, he did a live stream where he was opening up some of these figures, and he put the white-faced lion with the gray hair on the Ash head, and this is how he looks. And all I did was I put the from Mezco Conan. I gave him some of Conan's accessories, but I like this combination that I saw in that review. So just to give you some ideas what you can do. Now, what's neat about these troop builders, and I guess with most of them, Once you take the armor off, or if they don't have any armor, if you take even like as far as the I want to say the skirts, they're bare. So you can keep this characters and make them still like the medieval or kind of like the He-Man era. Or if you invest money in buying like military clothes or modern clothing, you can deck these guys out into modern clothes, give them modern weapons, and you can put them along the line with the Veteran Williams type deal. So all of this is extra stuff I put on, but he's once you take everything off, you can make this character to whatever time period you want. Just take some customization. You may have to invest a little bit more in whatever you want to accomplish with them. Eventually, I want to make this guy into a samurai. This is just a temporary thing that I set up with him, but because of his style, I want to give him like a kimono, give him a katana, and just make some kind of like samurai lion with him down the road. So enough about these guys. Lexion. Lexion is an awesome figure. I highly recommend them. You can get them in most online retailers. You just have to shop around. Some places have coupons or whatever, so you can save a little bit on shipping, etc. But this guy is definitely worth the money, in my opinion. So I hope this review helped you in some ways. Oh, there's one thing I wanted to do. I'm sorry, before I finish, and do a head swap. Like I mentioned, I did get the Pharaoh head pack. So in that head pack, there is there's a head sculpt that is spotted, and you can put it on this body, and it goes still with the same theme. So you can do this. Do I like it? I do. However, I do prefer the Lynx head. This is it's a nice head. There's no, I'm not questioning that. It is a very nice head, and it has the spots. It goes well with the body. Maybe if you get multiple of this, whatever, and you kind of take some of the armor off, you can make like this kind of like one of Lexion's troops or soldiers or followers, etc. But compared to Lexion, you see Lexion has yellow eyes, has red irises and so forth. His ears are painted. It just has more character for me with the Lynx head than with, say, this Cougar Panther or Lioness type looking head. So just to give you again a heads up on the head pack. Hey, look at that. But this head, that head, and one other Lynx head came in that pack, which is this one, which is before brown body mold. So all right, I think I gave a lot of information. I think more than I was planning to do. That's aside from Lexion. So hopefully all of it is some of it, any of it is helpful. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate your time and looking at my video. If you liked it, please like. If you wish to subscribe. I just do this for fun. There's no money for me whatsoever. If you look at my history, I do like one video every 3-4 months, maybe even longer. I just do it when I want to. I'm not doing this for any profit or anything like that. Just because I want to do it. That's all. All right, man. Everybody have a good one. Take care and enjoy collecting whatever you like. See you later. Bye.